Welcome to the Blue Cafe. We offer stories of infidelity, betrayal, and redemption. Please like and subscribe. Cheers. Now, on to today's story. Feel like I can move on for the first time. Need support. I've had numerous D-days with my ex. A year into our relationship I found dick pics, believed her sorry excuse that she didn't want them, and then of course I found later they were ducking. 5 years later I found out I drove her to a date thinking it was work friends. What did this doormat do? Believe her when she said they had no sex. A month later I found not only did they have sex, they had it on our bed. I found out about this in November, and like a proper chump I kept thinking she can change. 2 months ago I found out they were still speaking. We split, but it's difficult as due to financial issues I couldn't move out. Things go okay, then I find out they've had sex twice since we've split. I bet you're thinking, no way did I forgive her? Shamefully I not only forgave her, but I believed her when she said nothing was going on and we were over at the time, so it was okay. So again we're good, and then I see more messages. She's diagnosed with BPD and her excuse is she struggles cutting off friendships. Again, like a true doormat I try and move past it, and not only that but agree to them being friends if I can see the messages. Things have been great and we actually felt like a better couple for the past month. That is until I had a wobble, thought she was sending AP nudes and freaked. Now she wants it over. Apparently I can't let go and it hurts her when I accuse her. I've spent 2 days fighting for her, and I can't tell you a decent reason why. This morning she was doing the routine of blaming me for everything, and I believed it. Until I got to work and I think, duck this. Why am I accepting this? Is any kind of love worth this pain? Hell no. So I've sent her the link to a co-parenting app and I'm going North Carolina. It's going to be hard as I could only move out into a house share where I can't have the kids, so the days and evenings I've got them I have to stay at the ex's house whilst she's at her mum's. I'm scared because if she tries to win back over in person I think I'll give in. For now it still really hurts and I still feel the urge to fight and be together, but I know it's time to put myself first. Update: came home and saw pictures of another man on the iPad. She's been having a different affair with someone completely different for the past 4 weeks. I thought we're good. This is done. I'm flabbergasted. Like I'm speechless, mouth hanging open in disbelief. Like, is this guy for real or is he trolling? I'm not going to berate you over the past. But man, you need to think of your future. One that doesn't include her, well at most as a side piece with your woman's approval. That would be karmic justice smile. I would love to see that. I wish I was trolling, but nope, shamefully it's all true and we'd probably still be together now if I didn't accuse her. It feels like she's destroyed me as a person and she's the only one for me. When she says it's my fault for accusing her I believe her. But part of me knows that isn't true, and that she caused it and that I shouldn't be here. It's listening to that part of me that's hard. You need to surround yourself with guy friends. Go into therapy, individual therapy, with a male therapist. Talk to your father, uncles, grandparents. You will get better over time. Unfortunately I'm 200 miles away from all my family and friends as I moved to be with my ex. I have one good friend. I plan to get myself therapy ASAP though. Thanks for your support. She destroyed you, but you need to learn how to resist your destroyer. That's quite a chunk of time to be blatantly played. You need to raise strong kids who won't act like your wife. If she's that butthole hurt over you accusing her, not only is she probably still cheating, because why else would she get mad if she had nothing to hide? Also it screams in your face about how incredibly selfish she is. How dare you accuse her for doing something she's done repeatedly behind your back? She's not stopping for 1/4 of a second to think about how it makes you feel, that you think she's doing it again. This is all her fault. All her fault. She will alienate your children from herself. It may be years down the road, but her crap decisions will show up to remind her in various ways for the rest of her life. Turns out she was still cheating, with someone completely new. How are people like this? It's a hard lesson to learn, that shitty people exist. From my experience, they usually latch on to good people that will suffer them and are easy to manipulate. It's tough and it takes time to digest. Nope buddy, you have already made your life hell by playing in her palm. Don't waste any time now, just go complete North Carolina, meet a lawyer and be done with her. She is never going to stop. And yes, BPD doesn't make people so insane. She is clearly enjoying your pain and walking all over you again and again. Not only that, she is blaming you for all of this shit. We're not married, so is there much need for a lawyer? The plan is North Carolina. I just hope I can keep up with it. The main worry is when I go to her house for the kids. Our plan is for me to call when she's outside and then I'll go in when she's left. Hopefully it will work. Kids involved. Property involved, cars, etc. In today's world you need a lawyer, if only to have him tell you that you don't need a lawyer. Don't take a chance with your future. Well brother, face your demons, I will say. Even if she is in front of you, crying and acting all remorseful, just make yourself strong and respond only in yes or no and speak what is absolutely necessary. You can't run away from her, you two are tied with kids, so you have to face her, but face her willingly, be firm that we are done. You may need to consider a lawyer for a custody situation. A BPD can continue to abuse you using the children. Maybe focus on getting into a better place where you can have the children first. I would love to take the children and think I'd stand a good chance, as I've kept all the evidence. Only problem I have is that my oldest daughter, although I've raised her since she was 1 month old, isn't mine, so I have no rights. My biological daughter I could take, but that would mean splitting her from her sister, and I can't do that. Listen to me very carefully. After I discovered my ex-husband's affair, I forgave him. He ripped my heart from my chest and watched me fall to my knees begging him not to leave me. He made me wait about 1.5 months for him to choose her or me, led me on the entire time, decided to reconcile, then I found out he never ended it with her and I filed for divorce. That's when the true colors came out. I don't even know who he is anymore. Our divorce was delayed due to COVID, but finalized last year, and it has been nothing but hell with him since. I was way too nice, and that's my biggest regret. He hasn't once this entire time shown true remorse. He blamed me for his affair. Because I don't have a college degree, because he couldn't get me to orgasm, and because I accused him of it when I started sensing it, because you do sense it. No accountability from him at all. End it now, stay strong, start the process, and show no mercy. If I could go back in time, I would have just left the day I discovered it, filed for divorce immediately, and gone for everything I could have. Once they cheat, they're not your friend anymore. They're likely degrading you with their AP behind your back, as my ex admitted to. They don't care about you anymore, and they will go out of their way to hurt you, so go for the kill. Figuratively, not literally. Every time you take them back, they know they can keep getting away with it because you'll keep letting them. Have some self-respect. Thanks for your support, and I'm sorry someone did that to you. Oh yeah, they've degraded me alright, just a handful of messages I read about me, twat face, who could want a twig with curly hair, missing your dick instead of shit face. That's going to be embedded in my brain forever. Wow man, your wife is blatantly abusing you. She's a serial cheater, liar, manipulator, gaslighter, name caller, triangulator, deceptive, selfish, self-centered, delusional, and lacks empathy and integrity. Can it get any worse than this? So, she is an abuser. Please, 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 let this sink in your mind. She is a damn abuser. Please, realize who's the person you're in a relationship with. Also, she's mentally ill since she's BPD, which worsens even more the overall situation. So, she's a bad and dysfunctional person. Can you have a sane relationship with such a kind of person? Of course not, my man. You need to take action that is appropriate when dealing with an abuser. which means establishing complete no contact as soon as possible, and disentangling yourself completely from her life. You need to eject her from your life ASAP, and treat her in your mind with disgust and contempt. Hugs. Good luck, man, I hope you get out. You don't deserve this treatment, nobody does. Thank you. Update, she was cheating with somebody else. Update. Hey there. Yesterday I made a post on how much of a doormat I've been and how my relationship was over because I accused her of cheating again. I came home from work after making the post to collect the girls. When I was home my daughter was on the iPad and I thought she's changed the passcodes, so this is my last chance to look. What's the first thing I see? Pictures of some random bloke topless I've never seen before. After a lot of pleading for the truth, it turns out for the past 4 weeks she's started an affair with someone entirely new. She's known him for 15 years and they reconnected after she sent him a happy birthday post on Facebook. The entire time she was starting another affair she was writing me love letters, telling me how sorry she is and how she hopes for our future. It was our 8-year anniversary 2 weeks ago, we went out and she paid for the meal and she spoke a lot about our future, and the same day she sent him nudes. It's hard to take that there's some just genuine shit people out there because I don't know how they do it. All social media is now blocked and the only way of connecting is through a co-parenting app. I've made it clear that I want North Carolina and I don't want to see her at all when it comes to being round her house to see the children. She's said she'll be at her mum's, although we all know where she'll be really. I'm absolutely devastated right now. I feel incredulously stupid for forgiving so much and wasting years of my life. For the first time I know I can do this, which feels a relief but overwhelming sadness at the same time. I understand that I can no longer have a relationship with this person, that it's a circle of hurt, but I can't stop wanting her. I'm hoping that goes in time. To people out there on the edge, after years of recommending reconciliation, leave. Leave and never be in a position where you feel you've wasted your life. Use that indignation. Every time you feel even remotely sympathetic towards her or tempted, remember how stupid she made you feel. Mad respect for finally making the decision to walk away from an 8-year relationship. Yes, people always advise walking away, but it's infinitely harder to put into practice. Sooner or later she will realize what she ducked up. To be honest with you, she wants to try things with this other man, so I have no choice. For months I've ignored my family and friends' pleas to leave because when I'm with her and it's not on my mind I'm happy. But then when I'm not, it's just a head full of doubt and insecurities. Fleeting happiness isn't worth this pain. My friend, please realize your wife is a super toxic and abusive individual. The happy moments? She's using intermittent reinforcement to keep you under control while she does what she wants. This is a pretty common tactic employed by abusive people, by the way. As I've said, you need to treat her like an adversary because she ain't no friend. Get a lawyer and start/continue individual counseling with a good therapist. End goal, eject her from your life ASAP. Wise words. And truth. Wish I had listened to my friends and family as well. This, all the way. As I've said, you need to treat her like an adversary because she ain't no friend. Sage advice right there. At this point she's nothing but a stranger. Fleeting happiness isn't worth this pain. This should be said in every new thread about reconciliation. It's a long road ahead, but it will be worth it. I'm dealing with a similar situation. She obviously has an addiction to this kind of stimulus and needs therapy. It would be very kind of you to point her in the right direction. It would also be a very good thing for your kids to not have that addiction modeled in one of their parents. You can't do it for her though. Best of luck, friend. I pleaded with her yesterday to make sure she doesn't do this to anybody else, not that she has respect for anything I say. She introduced my youngest daughter to him after she's hardly met him, and told me she was seeing a friend. That really hurts. She's not your friend anymore. She's behaving like a backstabber, so deal with her accordingly. Man, you need to protect yourself, find a lawyer to legally disentangle yourself from her ASAP and as much as possible, and start individual counseling with a good therapist. They'll give you feedback in real time and advise you on the best course of action with such a narcissistic woman. Don't want to alarm you unnecessarily, but that seems fast for him to want to meet the youngest daughter. Have you done a background check on the AP? Just to be safe and rule out any possibilities? Very fast, I know. I've also recently clocked on the fact it was actually their first time meeting as well. The first time they met, they took my daughter shopping and then spent the evening at our home. Realistically, that could be a lie she's trying to hide. They've met a lot of times prior, there's no knowing the truth anymore, and it's such a head duck. All I know is that they've known each other since they were teenagers but reconnected over a happy birthday message. The only thing I know about this guy is his name, and he has a child himself, which I only found out through Facebook stalking, otherwise she didn't tell me anything. You already know he's a sleazebag for cheating with a married woman. Now you have to find out how sleazy he is since you have children with her. Talk to your attorney about how to get an in-depth look at his background, marital status, criminal background, etc. See who he was married to and talk to them. They will probably be happy to throw him in under the bus. I'm so sorry. Gather as much hard evidence as you can and try to get custody. She sounds like she's going down a dark path and introducing dangerous people into the kid's home. They may need your help. Look for evidence of drugs. That is scary and may explain her behavior. But you know what this new partner is getting, a woman who can do terrible things to the person they are the closest to. You'll get there, good riddance. You will learn to be indifferent towards her, or you will feel nothing but hate for her. I did the pick-me dance for 6 months trying to convince my ex to come back home. The day I discovered that she had tattooed Bob's tits on her left breast was the day the switch was flipped. We were married 13 years, including a year-long separation, and I have nothing for her. After her AP kicked her out, she was homeless for several months and I didn't offer her a room in my house. She is someone I used to know. Bob's tits? Dude, she exhibits class all the way. That has to be the best, knowing her and AP are now done. I guess she is looking for a new Bob. We hope you have enjoyed today's episode. Please comment, like and subscribe. Cheers. Have a wonderful day or night. Wherever you are.